You know, a lot of child stars, forgive me using the word, Jack, have achieved fame and then a lot of disappointment. People like Jackie Coogan and also girls like, you know, Judy Garland and a few others. They've had a lot of sad stories after their success. How do you view all that? Does that frighten you a bit?
No, actually it doesn't, because my father puts my money into a certain sort of building society and he looks after it, you know, and I don't think, you know, because they won't take money off me or my brother, my parents. Oh. You know, which is very nice, but...
Who have you got pinned up in your bedroom?
Manchester United football.
Oh. You are a Cockney. Where'd you come from in London?
I don't actually. I was born in Manchester.
That's what I say. Whereabouts in Manchester? So a few Mancunians can say, oh, he lived in our street.
I lived in near Oldham, which is a place called Royton.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a sort of village, like, you know. Somewhere around Hounslow, you know, in the district.
Hounslow.
Yeah.
Mrs. June Collins is your manager, Jack, is that right?
Yeah.
And she found you in a park or something, playing football?
Yeah, I was just sort of playing football with my brother, you know, and this lady came up and said, do you want a job?
With my brother, in my local park, with Phil Collins, the singer. And his mother came to pick him up because he's only a year older than me. And his mother came to pick him up, saw me and Arthur, and suggested that we should join her children's agency to work on TV.
I thought, you know, what's she going on about? I thought she was a
And
bit...
of course, because we didn't have any association with the business at all, we thought this lady's not well, you know, she's insane, you know. We couldn't understand it.
I said, I've already got one. I helped the milkman, you know.
How much a week were you getting for that?
I was getting about £5 or something stupid, you know. Yeah. She said, show business, see?
Yes.
And so I said, I don't care. And my brother said he didn't care.
But we thought, it sounds fun of what she's talking about, so why don't we try it? What have we got to lose?
And so she spoke to our parents and they said, if you want to do it, do it. So we did. I went to a stage school for 4 years. About 4 years. And it was, I think it was one of the best in London. And I did normal schooling as well as acting, dance and singing and all that business, you know. And I did finished academic work and went into the student sort of thing, which you just did dancing. I did that for about 6 months and then I decided to leave. It was getting a bit boring, you know. Went for an audition for the Oliver Stage Show.
What did you have to do for that, Jack?
Just sing, what was the name of it? Friends and Neighbours or something.
I was on the London stage, but I wasn't tall enough to play the Dodger.
And that's basically how it all started.
Slipped out of the back door. Come on.
I had to grow up very quickly from the age of 11.
Oliver, the internationally famed stage triumph, now acclaimed by the international press as a monumental screen experience. Jack Wilde as the Artful Dodger.
He's going to be a right little sight.
Consider yourself at home. What were you doing when you got the part as the Dodger?
I'd actually been in the business for 2 years. I'd done the stage show in London, and I've done lots of TV, and like everybody else, young upcoming actors of the time, everybody and their grandmother went for the auditions for Oliver, and I was lucky enough to, you know, after a series of like 5 or 6 auditions, to actually get the part.
So how old were you then?
I was then 14, but it took a whole year to film, including rehearsals for the dance sequences and all that. But it was so much fun from start to finish.
When did you first get the very fat script of Oliver put in your hand? Do you
Well,
remember?
it wasn't until about a week before we started rehearsing.
Did you think you'd get through it all right?
I didn't then at the time, but I did, you know.
In the clay pipes that we smoked, we overheard one day the prop men saying that it was herbal tobacco and that it was good for you as opposed to the normal tobacco. So being kids, I thought, right, I'm going to get some of this. So I goes and asked the prop guys, I said, can I have some of that stuff? And they gave me a bag full of it, and all the Fabian gang went back to my dressing room and we started smoking this stuff. And we went back on the set looking green. It was horrible.
Because it is a classic, isn't it? You get those, you've got your Ben-Hurs, you've got all these classic films, and Oliver is up there. It's one of those that's just never going to go.
We've got a few fans out there, Jack.
I see.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Listen, congratulations on your nomination for an Oscar. You must be knocked out about that.
I was actually. I didn't think children got Oscars, you know.
Listen, this here is the place where they're giving out all them golden Oscars tonight.
What do you think's the chance of us winning one?
I don't rightly know, my dear, but if they don't give us one, we'll have to pinch it, won't we?
And 6 Oscars. Did you go over to LA for the Oscars?
Oh, sure, I went for the Oscar ceremony and all that, because I was nominated as Best Supporting Actor.
Jack Wilde for Oliver.
And although I
Who
didn't...
won that year?
And the winner for the supporting award, Jack Albertson, the subject of Rose.
It was Jack Albertson.
Never heard of him.
He's a fabulous actor, and he actually came up to me 3 years later when I was doing the movie at Universal in Hollywood, and actually apologised for winning.
Did he?
Because he thought I should have won it, and I thought that was so lovely.
Jack, what are you going to do now? What's your next project?
As you know, I'm just doing this series.
Oh, yeah, tell us about that. What's it called? HR?
It's called HR Pufnstuf, and it's something like The Wizard of Oz, you know, back in the 30s. And it is, it starts about me,
Yeah.
sort of in the back garden, you know. Well, I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, all right, don't.
Can't do a little 'cause you can't do enough. HR Pufnstuf, he's your friend when things get rough. HR Pufnstuf, can't do a little 'cause you can't do enough.
I gotta tell you the truth. One of the first times my brother has ever left the city of Los Angeles, I thought was to see the opening of Oliver that Jack Wilde was the Artful Dodger in. And I gotta give my brother credit. He did go see the premiere, and he did come back and tell me, yeah, Marty, I think I found the right kid.
I never have had the knack to be successful. My mother said I was just a bit of a dunce. That truly spectacular reminds me a bit of Dracula. Really adorable, you got to admit it's horrible. Respectable, delectable, more than intellectual. Downright remarkable face. Terrific.
Well, then go get him, Sid. No, you go get him. No, you go get him. No, you go get him. So I went to London, and I got Jack of course, very excited about doing Pufnstuf, because there aren't a lot of kid shows to come up with a part like that.
The new generation are enjoying Pufnstuf every bit as much as the first time round. And you know, I'm lucky enough to have been involved in that.
We got Jack to come to LA. Of course, in order to get him here, I didn't want his parents here, so I was his guardian. And he went and lived in our house. My kids loved Jack, and Jack loved my kids.
Now, these guys are my greatest friends in the industry. Like, Marty is my second dad.
Second?
Well, yeah.
You should be saying the first.
Over here he is.
He lived with me in New York, and he lived with me in Los Angeles.
He's got all the scars to prove it.
We were then challenged to do some great music. We had a guy called Les Sarvis, who never had any credits, who wrote incredible songs for us.
The subject for today is pronouns. So what do you say we have a couple of go-rounds? I is a lonely word, you is a happy word, we is a friendly word I much prefer. Well, there's just one thing I'd like to say. Pufnstuf for mayor, Pufnstuf for mayor. Re-elect the man you know who never let you down. Behind this man there lies a tale, as everybody knows.
So our songs became legendary because in kid shows, you're repeating everything at least 10 times, 20 times.
That's because I'm a mechanical boy.
Capitol Records got very interested in doing a single with Jack.
I had my own TV series in Hollywood. I had $1 million contract for that. I had $1 million contract for making records and albums.
I mean, things just seemed to flourish with Jack Wild.
I just want to be successful, me, you know.
I love the taste of your lips. Oh baby, you got my heart when it flips. Yeah baby, you got that honey love, sugar sweet.
Being truthful, had it not been for my mother, who used to keep everything, she would keep all the photographs from teeny bopper magazines and all sorts, and thank her that I've actually still got all those.
Candy, candy. Give me, give me, give me, give me, give me more. Give me more, more, more candy. Never, 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 never stop. 'Cause if you do, I'll cry for you, just like a little baby.
And then David Putnam brought you both together again in a video which is now out.
Well, that's right.
What's that
Melody
called?
was Alan Parker's, one of his original projects. He went on to do The Birdman.
Yeah.
And David Putnam, one of his first productions, before Chariots of Fire, of course, and going on to the States.
You were still quite young, weren't you?
Yes, relatively, yeah.
Yeah, I was
12.
You were 12.
14.
And you must
Also-
have been about
No, I must
16.
have been about 16,
Yeah.
17.
Do you remember? Was it yesterday? Is it now? Was it you? Is it me? Remember Latin?
And why do you think it's a silly, out-of-date language, George?
Well, because I couldn't speak to a dead Roman even if I knew the bloody lingo, sir.
I'm just a clown. Remember? Jack Wilde as the Artful Dodger. Now in melody. Better, funnier, cheekier than ever.
We had had Jack come back years later, you know, not that many years later, when I was going to do Pufnstuf at the Hollywood Bowl. So we decided to do that one night concert, which we had 12,000 people at. And I booked the Brady Bunch kids. I had Jack Wilde, I had Johnny Whitaker and Sigmund, and we had a big night at the Hollywood Bowl.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jack Wilde.
I'm glad to be part of this great big show. It's nice being here with you to bring on the characters you all know.
Well, when Jack came in to do the Hollywood Bowl, I figured we may as well get him to do Sigmund also. So we had him to come in to do Sigmund, and then him and Johnny Whitaker became pals.
It's really great of you guys to invite me for the weekend. You sure it won't be any trouble?
Of course not. Yeah, Zelda will be thrilled to have you stay. Look who we met at the beach.
Hello.
Oh, I don't remember meeting you before. You look just like Jack Wilde, that boy in the movies.
Maybe it's because that's who I am.
I weren't being offered as many films or TV work or theatre work.
Just don't touch dirt.
Of course not. Then you will be seeing her a little later on, perhaps. No, definitely not.
And so my automatic answer to that was to have a drink that would send me to sleep.
Isn't a better high than pleasing an audience. And once that is in your blood, it's very hard to, get rid of. It's very much a case in Hollywood. If you're not there, you're forgotten so quickly.
And I can honestly say, from the late 70s onwards,
I see what you mean. 16% is 16 out of 100.
I really wasn't in a fit state to do any work.
What followed was an uninterrupted drinking binge that should have cost Jack his life.
I shouldn't really be talking here now. I mean, my heart had stopped 3 times.
It must have lasted about 13, 14 years.
That's a good run.
Oh, it is, and I'm not exactly big in size, so I really did get to the point where I didn't think my body could take much more.
And what made you change? Was there anything in particular?
It was mad, really, because I did go initially to a drying out clinic, and it just wasn't my time to give up. You know, they say that you've got to get to your bottom line first, and I obviously hadn't gotten to it then. But a few years later, I met some people at a Christian meeting, without sort of boring anybody, but and these people had what I wanted, but they'd gone through the same problem that I was having at that time. And so I thought, well, if they can do it, why can't I? And I put my mind to it, and I literally, in my opinion, was cured overnight.
I'm taking the one on the right. Which one's the one on the right? The one next to the one on the... Bollocks, we just jump out and grab him. Now. Now. Oh!
A donation, if you please.
Donation? For what?
And thankfully, I've been 7 years dry now, and although I'm still experiencing all the good and bad points in life, at least I'm sober enough to tackle them.
Now, acting roles are few and far between. In the meantime, Jack writes from his home in London and tries to turn a minus into a plus.
When I think of all the incredible actors that have been alcoholics in the past, or even drug addicts, whatever, there are quite a lot of them.
middle of trying to put together my own life story on paper.
We should say you're in Portsmouth doing The Lavender Hill Mob, which is a classic Ealing comedy, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been a fan of the old Ealing comedies, as you say, and this one has been so well adapted for the stage. Clive Francis, who's in it, wrote and directed it as well, and we've got Victor Spinetti, Michael Melia, myself and Claire Harding, and a couple of other people as well in it, and there's only 8 in the whole cast, and we're having a lot of fun with it. It really is a great show. It's fabulous family entertainment.
And that's running all this week, Monday through till Saturday at the King's Theatre.
That's right, yeah, and we got a matinee on Saturday.
Jack did get sick eventually as an adult, and he couldn't survive, you know, all the cigarettes that he smoked. That was a bad situation, and he did lose his throat. And it was a sad day when Jack died. There was nobody like Jack Wilde. He was one of a kind.
It's a kind of immortality making films, because when you're long gone, your one-dimensional image is still going to be on that screen. I always think it's a terrifying thing.
I still find it hard, to be honest, to believe why the people chose me as opposed. I don't really see me being that special.
I'm such a happy gypsy, I'm waving like a loony. They call me Little Satcher, the Gypsy Mickey Rooney. See you next week!
I sure hope so.